Hello everyone, welcome to today's market outlook. My name is Edmund. So today is a Wednesday, 17th of June 2020. It was a very exciting Tuesday, which was on the 16th of June, where we had a number of data coming out from the UK, such as the claimant count change, and also towards the evening, we had the core retail sales data. So both of these data from the UK and also from the US respectively had I would say a major impact on the US dollar and also on the UK pound yesterday. So we're going to be looking into this in detail during the technical charts analysis section. So coming back to today, Wednesday, 17th of June, today we're going to have a collection of minor data coming up from the UK, starting with the core consumer price index numbers. And also during the same time at 2 p.m., we will also be having the retail price index and also the producer price index reports. All of this will be coming at 2 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time. So of course, expected the markets should have some movements at about, it could be a bit earlier, maybe 1 p.m. all the way until 2 p.m. and possibly until 3 p.m. So I'll be having a live webinar later at 2 p.m. So maybe we can analyze and possibly spot a trade together during the live webinar. So moving on towards later on in the afternoon at 5 p.m., we will be having the yearly final core consumer price index data for the Eurozone. And moving on towards the evening at 8:30 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time, we will be having the core consumer price index numbers from Canada. There is a list of consumer price index data coming out from Canada tonight. Not only the core consumer price index, but also we call it the common consumer price index, the median, and also the trim consumer price index data. Okay, so it's a variety of reports analyzing the consumer price index from different angles and different statistics and data. Okay, so moving on to the US market tonight, we will only be having the building permits numbers and also the housing starts numbers. Again, these building permits and housing starts will show us whether the property sector in the US or the housing market in the US is vibrant or recovering. Okay, indirectly this will also show whether consumer spending or consumers income and spending powers are increasing or reducing. At 10:30 p.m. we will be having the crude oil inventories data. This one will be towards crude oil inventories data. Currently, the forecast is 0 barrels, so that's a bit interesting. So regardless, crude oil prices was pretty good yesterday in terms of volatility and trading opportunities. As we can see, crude oil prices was going up in the Asian and UK trading session, but it actually moved back down as Jerome Powell was testifying to the Congress yesterday night. Okay, so we're going to have a look at all of this price action and also how the news impacted the respective prices in the technical analysis section. Okay, so again for today, watch out for 2 to 4 p.m. and also 7 to 9 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time. Okay, so moving on to other relevant news over the last 24 hours. Just a quick update on the release of economic data yesterday. First of all, the US dollar did strengthen after opening up with a gap down. Okay, this was the gap down, and the gap down was mostly due to the FOMC announcement on Monday evening. Okay, sorry, Tuesday morning actually. Okay, here we go. At Tuesday early morning, 2 a.m., the Federal Reserve announced that they will start buying individual corporate bonds to fund their quantitative easing and emergency lending programs. Okay, so this impacted the US dollar by weakening the US dollar. So the US dollar opened at about the support levels of 96.43. However, throughout most of the whole trading session in the Asian, UK, and also the US trading sessions, we can see the US dollar recovering nicely and closing the gap. Okay, so again, we're going to have a look at that in the technical analysis section. Other major data coming out yesterday again was the US retail sales numbers, which recorded a rise for the month of May as Americans went back to work, came out from their houses, came out from lockdowns, and started to spend a bit more money on consumer and also some luxury items. Okay, so this data was yesterday released at 8:30 p.m. Retail sales numbers coming in at 17.7%, but if you just include the core retail sales products, it increased also by 12.4%. Both of these numbers exceeded market expectations of 7.9% and 5.5% respectively. Okay, so again, for the last 3 weeks or so now, not only is the retail sales numbers picking up, but also for the last three weeks ago, the manufacturing and services activities in the US, in Europe, in the UK, and also in China has been picking up. Okay, so just a quick note on the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell's testimony to Congress and Senate yesterday. Again, he reiterated his views that labor conditions and also economic conditions has improved marginally. Of course, it has not improved to the extent that it has not improved to the levels before the coronavirus pandemic back in January and February. Okay, however, there has been marginal improvements, and of course, moving forward, there is still significant uncertainty regarding the timing and the strength of the actual recovery. Okay, so that was his testimonial to Congress and Senate yesterday, and tonight he will have another audience with the House Financial Committee for another I would say for another testimonial session tonight. Okay, so let us go on to have a look at the technical charts analysis.